Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. Today's quote is something I learned actually a bit of a while ago from a new book John Gray wrote, Dr. John Gray, who is famous for Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and he's written a new book called Venus on Fire, Men on Ice, because a lot more information has come up since the late 80s or so. When he wrote the first book. And I recommend it to everybody. But this is where this particular piece comes from today that I want to share with you. So give a listen. Women are the custodians of love, family, and relationships. When women stop being women, I don't think it an exaggeration to say we are all somewhat lost. Women remind men of what's most important in life. Women hold the wisdom of the heart and inspire men to act from their hearts. You know, this isn't a quote about the male bashing at all. What this is about and what we learned, my husband Mark and I, as we explored a lot of the things in John Gray's book, is that basically each gender believes the other gender should be like them. And that's not the purpose of it at all. If there's one thing she and I have learned over our lifetimes, that the more we accept the gift and beauties that the other one has to offer, and the less it is important to us to mold them to something that is more like us or works for us, the way happier we are. I believe that way back in the beginning of human creation, we were more androgynous. We were male and female, and we created from both, integrating both polarities as an integrated source. And somewhere along the line, we were split. We were split and separate the male from the female. And it's caused all kind of confusions on many levels. But there is such beauty and depth, and the pull toward one another is, of course, that we are each seeking the missing part of ourselves in the other. And so that's where this is going. You know, I'm all for integration. I think we should all integrate and not be just the female loving emotional person, but females need to take on aspects that they learn from the male that are missing in themselves. This week I'm concentrating on the female aspect. Next week we'll take a look at the male aspect. So you need a teacher, whether it's a father, a brother, a male partner in your life if you're a female partner in your life if you're a male, or your mother or your sister. It doesn't matter in what form these come, but these come because the opposite, primarily opposite force of one is what's missing in the other. And when you can learn to appreciate the one who, you know, for example, let's take myself. My husband is a scientist, an engineer, and a pilot. I've watched him with me learn to open his heart. I've watched him become so much more conscious. And yet, he is overwhelmingly who he is. A scientist, a pilot, and an engineer, a brilliant mind. I am very much the opposite. I am your right brain energy. I'm feeling this heart, you know, all this kind of stuff. Although I do have a sharp mind. But my mind learns so much from him. It's forgotten how to make certain connections that he makes all the time. His emotional body, his heart, has forgotten how to make certain connections that I make all the time. How great is this, right? And here's the thing. The more you accept who you are and embrace it and become it while learning and restoring what you need to learn to become integrated and whole, the happier you'll be. If you are a woman in the business world and you try being a man, you may be very successful, but I venture to say you truly won't be very happy. On the other hand, if you're a stay-at-home dad and you're doing the nurturing and of the family, you might have there might be much of this you really enjoy, but there's a huge piece of you you're missing. The male energy is action, it's creation. And so this is what I think is such a beautiful thing to remember. if you're going to stay in a long-term relation and learn and grow with each other, after the love is cemented and the intimacy is flowing, you really have to learn to totally accept the other person as they are and learn from them and stay open for them to learn from you. It's a wonderful thing to think about this morning. Apply it to your relationships. If you don't have a partner, it can be your best friend, it can be your brother, your mother, but it is something to think about. Let's embrace who we are and learn from those who are not like us. That's what we're here to do. So enjoy your week, and we'll be back again next week. Bye now.